Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We are in Exotic Industries, and between episodes I've done two things. I have done a round of artillery range, so all the guns are going out, and no doubt throughout the whole of this episode we will get some bleep bleeps, and it's very possible that bits of our base will get overrun, so I may need to run off and help. The second thing is I have done some exploration. As you can see, I've run all the way around here, around here, around here, around here, and so on and so on and so on. I have been in search of a second alien beacon. And guess what I found? A second alien beacon. I am extremely happy about this. It means I can now build the prod mod build to match this build. So let's just double check. I want to make sure that this lines up about the same. Yep. So I think that's it. So yeah, words cannot express how happy I am about this. I've done a couple of other menial jobs in the meantime. I have stamped down a bunch of these builds which produce nitrogen. They're beaconed. They can produce nitrogen at far more quickly than we would ever need. I've put one in each of the towns. All right, where's my spider? Let's hope the spider can help. Okay. I'm actually going to move the spider back a bit so it doesn't get targeted. And I'm tempted to run some construction bots out here. Let's have a go at that. I think that's probably a good idea. Alright, so this is east-west. Is that enough to get full coverage? That will be enough to get full coverage. Alright, so that will get us some repair out here. Ooh, I think I'm going to need to bring the spider to here to help, and then I'm going to run a road out there just to supply some repair. Okay, how do I want to do this? Probably something like that, and then maybe something like, was it there? Yeah, probably something that would, I think that's full construction. No, it's not. Okay. And of course, I've built the base sort of in the way. Let's put that there. Yep, it's the north-south I need, isn't it? These things are never quite as simple as you think they should be. Right, let's just take this. There. That goes all the way down. And does it already go all the way up? Yes, it does. All right, so we've got repair coverage of those now. So we've, yeah, we are very slowly sending out. We've probably shot off all the rounds we had. So we'll be clearing out a much wider area with artillery now. This is our new super duper beacon. So I'm going to set it up to make prod mods because we have 490 speed mods required and 178 prod mods. And I think one of these beacon build for prod mods is the way forward. I'm going to make it pretty much exactly the same way as I made this. Because I think it's almost exactly the same build. So, let's try and work it out. We've got this here. Okay, then we drop down 2 tiles to there. Then we have these either side with a single tile gap. And is it? Yeah, it's aligned that way. Good. Then the next one's below it. Is it single tile again? Yes, it is. Next one's single tile. Next one's single tile. That's pretty good. So I think we can take the central bit here and just put that in. Ah, okay, so it's not exactly correct, is it? Because all of these need to be moved one tile this way. All right. Then I'm going to take this for the final one. I'm going to take the output there. I need to be a little bit careful about this because obviously things aren't identical between the builds. Okay. Alright, so let's try and take this again. That there. Good. I think I'm missing some arms. So that is that one. Then... oh no, it's okay. I think we have above and belows. So above and below. Okay. Then there's a power pole that goes here. There is one that goes there. Then these two go here. So where that's level with that one. There. And this one is level with that there, I think. Yes, it is. Good. Okay, so that's the power done. Then we have this contraption, which I think is identical. There. Good. Whoops. Let's keep this as similar as possible. Alright, then these don't have a fluid input, so that can go away. Alright, this is turning out to be a remarkably quick way of doing things, isn't it? Right, what's next? So we're supplying the modules, which is great. Right, these require red chips, and how much do they need? Just 4. These need simulation data. Okay. These need how much simulation data? 25. Okay, so I had a problem where the simulation data was bottlenecking. So I'm going to take this. Whoops. I totally didn't mean to delete it. We're going to drop that there. And then I'm actually going to copy these arms because I had to fiddle around with them to get them to put enough material in. Alright, and this can come here. Okay, so that's the simulation data. And we just run inserters up. That's straightforward, isn't it? Let's do it again here. Good. Okay, so these just need a smidge of red circuits. How are we dealing with that? Okay, so this doesn't have another solid input. It has a fluid, which we bring in from the side. All right, so let's bring this in from the side. I think we can just use inserters like that. Set this to red chips. There. Good. So that should have got these going. These ones require simulation data. That's all done. These ones require blue chips. And how much? Just 2. So that's straightforward. Do I bring that in by request box? I think so. No, I'll do it like this because it's the same thing, and when things are basically the same, I'm going to do them the same way. I think that's a good policy, to be honest. Alright. Alright, and then we obviously need to input from this side. Okay, so that should be tier 3's done. This is all going far too easily. Alright, prod 4s need compute units. How do I bring those in here? I have this. Okay. I didn't realize the recipes were so similar. But compute units there, we'll take the rest of this. There. And the rest of this there. Good. This one needs odd plating, which again, here. Okay. And this one, I need these 2 arms. I need requesters. Okay, and then does this need anything extra? No, it doesn't. Okay, so it's really expensive, but doesn't need anything else. So how much are we requesting of stuff here? Not too much. Not too much. Okay, we may need to adjust those as we ramp up production. Why is this dead? It doesn't have speed 5s. We don't have speed 5s because we don't have speed 4s. We don't have speed 4s because we don't have speed 3s. We don't have speed 3s because we don't have 2s. We don't have 2s because we don't have simulation data. We don't have simulation data because I accidentally picked this thing up. Okay, do I have simulation data in my pocket? Yes, I do. Okay, I can just get rid of these. Simulation data is not a thing which is very useful to me personally. Okay, so is this starting to run? What is this waiting on? Alright. So this is all quite slow at the moment because it doesn't have the modules it needs. Yeah, so this thing is very slow because at the moment it doesn't have... There aren't enough modules in the God Beacon to get things going well. Alright, I can drop those in there. Do I have any prod mods I can liberate? No, don't think so. So we just need this built, really. Now, the trick to this is to stand by this box here. So as one gets crafted, I grab it, which is a bit of a boring game, to be honest. Let's see. Right, so I grab it, and then my bots place it in there. The other thing I can do is we have a build for these things. Module parts. So let's have a quick look. Our factory's looking really good, isn't it? Let's have a quick look. So module frames are being made here. Do we these are all getting used up as quickly as they can be. Okay, so nothing we can really do about that. This is another one of those builds which is limited by electronic components. That's just the theme of my entire base is we don't have enough electronic components. So yeah, that's a thing. All right, so this is the purple containers. The purple containers can go. I don't need the floor to go. That can go. Okay, and then we can go back to the make everything. Over here. Okay, and we can decommission this prod mod row. So let's just take that out. I'm going to let the last one of these craft. I'm not. Who am I kidding? So that's gone. All right, and this is not running. because it can't get the lithium, but that's fine because we are no longer making lithium batteries here because we have our brand new super ooper duper lithium battery build here. Okay, which is producing batteries and they are being consumed at the rate they're being produced, but it is at least producing them. I guess what we can do is look at the production chart, and we're going to look over the last 1 hour for batteries. So the rate of battery production has actually gone up substantially. So we're doing well. We're starting to solve the battery problem. We're producing them at the same rate we are consuming them. 17k to 17k total. Although there we are. Okay, so it looks like the consumption rate is going up. Sorry, 295 to 294. Okay, so it looks like we're still battery limited in our production. I'm not going to stamp down another battery maker until this is fully beaconed because it still has some speed mods to go. So it's not producing at full speed. I think if we look at production, we should also see over the last 1 hour electronic parts. Here they are. Okay, so you can see the rate of production of electronic parts has also doubled. As we have improved all the things it consumes that it was bottlenecking on, the production has improved. Over 10 hours, obviously there was a huge buffer of something 2 hours ago, but we are starting to get up there. So what I want to see is this bottlenecked on the number of builds rather than on its inputs, and then we'll make a beaconed electronic parts build. This is the sort of way my mind is working currently. Right, what were we going to do? I had a plan, didn't I? We've got all of these, and at the moment we have sun data, and this is disabled. Okay, we have some moon rocks, so this is disabled. We have nothing happening here. Nothing happening here. This is bottlenecked on rocket fuel. This is these two things we're not making. This is rocket parts. This is rocket fuel. This one seems to be running currently. All right, so we're sort of getting there, aren't we? We have space data. Let's look at the other things we can look at. Okay, so these are all full of science packs. That's good. And a lot of... do we still have one module missing? We have 4 speed modules missing from there. Okay, but this thing is basically up. So let's have a look. Can we do a research? And I want to do one that uses several science packs. So black hole exploration is our next research. And then we also have Exotic Industries black hole machine. So let's see if we can do a black hole research. I do not know if we can. Let's see if any of the labs are running. They are not, because they do not have Exotic Age Technology Pack. The Exotic Age Technology Pack, it does not yet have sulfur rocks or uran rocks or moon rocks. Okay, it doesn't have moon rocks because we don't have a truck for that. Let's jump over there, see if we can fit it. Okay, Chiba City, here we come. That's where the rocket launches are. Sorry, didn't mean to be there. I meant to be at Daystrom Station. Okay, so let's head up to this build. So I need to put a truck in here. Good. Okay, and this needs high-tech parts. Okay, so let's start making a list. So, high-tech parts is on our list of things we need to get this science going. In fact, it's the last thing on the list, isn't it? Because I think we should be getting sulf and uran in once those rockets launch. So let's head over to our rocket launch station. Here. So, sulf mining, we are 0 progress through needing rocket parts. Urine mining, we are 0 through needing rocket parts. There's a pattern emerging here. Okay, we have a nice big production module, so we can start shifting things we need for rocket launches into the rocket launch module, which would be a sensible thing, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Okay, so let's add a task. 4. Move rocket things into Rocket City. Okay, then we have a number of things we need to make. So we have fusion drive. Good, and we have DT mix. Awesome. All right, so we have 3 items we need to make, without which we can't get anywhere. We have all the rocket intermediates, which we do not have enough of currently to maintain launches. But at the moment, I just want a launch. And each of these things turns off after it's done the first launch, because it won't, if it's not emptying this box, then this is turned off. So we would do 1 launch, get a product. We would then do a second getting ready for a launch, but not actually launch. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if we start making the other intermediates we need, that's fine, because the rockets will buffer up in the background. Then we can start dealing with the other intermediates. I'd rather have the full production chain done once. All right. So. Moon mining is going. We obviously needed moonfish. Okay, so where are we going to build these? I want to leave a bit of space, because I want to potentially get more rockets launched. So I'm going to start building the intermediates in the corners. Yeah, I like the idea of building in corners. Okay, so let's run down here. All right, so what is the first thing on our to-do list? We have DT mix, fusion drives, and high-tech parts. Okay, let's move this down 1. The high-tech parts are needed for science. They're not needed for rocket launches, so I'm leaving that for now. We need fusion drive and DT mix. Okay, so let's have a look in our recipe book for what fusion drive. Okay, it looks like there is only 1. Yeah, it looks like there's only 1 fusion drive recipe. It needs 20 steel mechanical parts, which is fine. 1 portable fusion reactor and 2 energy shield Mark IIs. That is entertaining. It's made in a nanomaterials factory. So I guess we want to try and make the shields and the fusion reactors local. But this produces 100 fusion drives, so that's fine, isn't it? 130 seconds. And how many do we need for a rocket launch? Okay, we need 1 for each. we need one for each cycle. There's 100 cycles minus productivity. So if we have a single machine making 100 in 30 seconds, that would support one of these doing more than one launch every 30 seconds. So that would be absolutely fine. Okay, we've got an issue here that these are all prod 5s. This explains why I'm getting requests for prod 5s. So the silo, let's replace that with prod 6s. And that is problem solved, right? So I'm going to swipe all of this with the planner. Good. Now everything is on prod 6s, which are the prod mods that we are making with our uber super duper production module. So we now need 250 prod 6s, but at least that's easier to manage because it's just the one prod mod we need to make. All right, so that was all a bit of a roundabout way. We need a nanomaterials factory. Do I have one? Here we do. Good. So nanomaterials factory, I want to make fusion drive. I don't know if this can take prod mods. No, it can only take speed and efficiency. Okay. All right. So then a portable fusion drive, and so let's do that. So that's under here somewhere. Oh, we've got some extra things. We have a bug zapper remote and a ultimate bug zapper. Takes some things we don't make yet. Has a range of 500 and a shooting speed of 0.1 seconds. So 10 times a second, it zaps bugs up to 500 units away. That sounds insane. It also sounds like a UPS killer. We will probably play with that later. Okay. So, Energy Shield Mark IIs was one of the items. And obviously that will need an Energy Shield Mark I. This will need one of these. Yeah. Okay, so let's start checking rates. All right, so we are totally oversubscribed for the power packs and also for these shields. We probably need more of these to run this fast enough for this. So let's double check. This requires four Mark II shields in a minute. This produces 10.5, so let's call it twice, just for the sake of this. All right, and this consumes 105, so it's 10 for 1. And so how many of these do we need? I wonder if we need 4 of these. I wonder if that is the ratio that makes it work. I wish there was a better way to deal with this. I think that's it though. All right, let's double check. So I may have to actually get a calculator out. We need 4 per minute. We are making 10.5 per minute. I'm just bringing up a calculator, which I'm not capturing on screen. All right, so if we're making 10.5 and we need 4, then it is 4 divided by 10.5, so 0.38 of this machine is needed. So we need 0.38 of 10 of these. So that's 3.8 of these, which 4 is enough. So my estimate of 4 was good. That's pretty cool. All right. And these require a crap ton of energy crystals and some circuits and steel. This is some LDS and blue chips. This is just those things plus a steel parts. Let's make sure. That's it. Let's make sure this is handled. Yeah, it's more than handled. Okay, and then this requires blue chips, blah, 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 blah. I'm just checking there's nothing in common between these. Yeah, blue chips is in common. Okay. I'm going to keep it over this side. Alright, and we will just build this, I guess. We can move these below. We don't need to beacon this build, so it's not like there's anything special going on. These are quite expensive, so I think I'm going to cap them. Good, that's dealt with. We are going to do direct insert because I don't see any excuse not to. I'm using green arms because who's going to stop me, quite frankly? Okay. Then I'm in two minds. Do I? Yeah, I'm going to put that there. Okay. Good. Yeah. There. All right. So that's steel. I'll need to request steel. Steel ingots. All right. So this needs blue chips and low density structures. And this needs blue chips. So I think this is telling us that we perhaps want a blue chip belt running something like that. Okay, and a request depot here. Set this to blue chips. This is not a space constraint build, so I'm not going to be using split belts or anything like that unless I particularly need to. Okay, so that's the blue chips. In addition to blue chips, this requires fusion data, carbon fiber, and charged neutron canisters. Let's double check. So, carbon fiber. Here. Fusion data. Which is under here somewhere. Yep. And then, rather oddly, it takes a charged neutron canister but doesn't return an empty one. But we are doing canisters with requester chests. Okay. Let's do that. Then, these are fairly straightforward, I think. I'm going to shift this over one for aesthetic reasons. There we go. Okay, so that's this build done. Then this build is done. It's just this one. So that's provided. We need to provide low density structures. Probably could make these locally, but I'm going to ship them in. There it is. All right. And we'll go with the thing of using undergrounds everywhere. I just like how it looks. Okay, so that has processing units, low density structures. Just needs these now. I could put them there, or I could put them down here somewhere. I think I like the idea of them being here. Okay, so these have 3 inputs and 1 output. So let's have this in here. Good, that's done there. And then the 3 inputs will bring 1 in from here. We may actually need a split belt in this case. All right, let's see what these are. So it's 25 energy crystals. So we'll give that its own. Yeah, we'll have energy crystals get their own belt. All right, then we'll have a split belt of red circuits and steel. So, red chips, steel, is that in here? Steel beams. Okay, that could have been very bad. So it's not steel beams we want, we want to bring in steel ingots and turn them into steel beams. So for that, let's do a quick rate check. We actually need quite a lot of steel beams. Okay, let's try and do this using my thinking brain. So I need 420 steel beams. One of these produces 52. Okay. 420. 420. That's fine. So I need 2 of these for 1 of these. Does this change our build? All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is start adding in power places because I'm annoyed with the flashing. Okay, I'm just going for powered at this stage. We can deal with beautiful cabling at another date. Good, blinking gone away. All right, so I could have 2 of these line up with 1 of these, or I could make the steel beams over this side of the build and pipe them around, which I think is what we're going to do. All right. So, what if we had this, and then this steel here did double duty? Let's move it to there. Good, good, good. Does that reach? No, that's the right one, isn't it? Okay, then we have an output that comes along here. Can I move the whole of this build up a single tile? Can. Good. That works. It's not beautiful, but it works. Okay, then we need the opposite arms there. And this should work. All right, it needs a display plate here. Okay, and it's making these things. And all is right with the world. So we've done stuff today. We have made a build. we've done a bit of tidying, we made a ProdMod build, and I call that a productive day. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.